I did a live stream after my video came out. And it caused a lot of ripples, and I thought, okay, let me do a live stream. I brought Carl on to maybe add some context, and you know what I mean,
Mhm.
explain maybe a few things. Like for instance, when he said NASA was present, did he mean an official representative from NASA or someone who worked at NASA who came on their own dime? You know what I
Well,
mean? That's a big difference.
that's
But
like
real
Danny was
quick,
present. Danny
the,
came. Danny works for NASA. Did you know? Danny was present.
yeah,
NASA is present. Was present means like they had
it's a different
badges.
thing. Yeah, it's a different thing. I agree, and honestly he
Sure.
couldn't answer that. But the point I was going to make is he said something to me during the live stream, which was interesting, and I love Carl to death. Okay, he's a friend, and I respect him. But he did say to me, he said, "Well, Patrick, I thought you were going to put this out next year, right?" So I think he was kind of telling me stuff, knowing that it'll come out when my documentary comes out. Oh, that information would have already been out in public by then.
Mm.
So I think he thinks this is going to come out publicly, and it's kind of what he's told me, right? So like Skywatcher is going to come out with this information, but again, we got to pull that thread. What does land a craft mean? Did it land 10 feet in front of you and you saw it hit the dirt and dirt come up, or you saw it land 500 feet away and it looked like it landed? Did you see it take off when it landed? Did you capture the landing? Did you capture the craft too? Even though I asked Carl that and he said he didn't know, doesn't think so. What does that mean, land a craft? How big is it, right? Like, were beings in it? What happened after that? Yeah, right. There's all these questions that come from just that statement. So
That
And
that
it's
claim that claim gives us all like 100 more questions.
right. And so the weirdness of this moment is the combination of events and the timing, right? Like for people, if you're not following this all at home and it seems a little confusing, like, well, they said they landed the craft. Isn't that a good thing? Why are you mad at Ross? Why are mom and dad fighting? Like it's a whole, let me explain. Ross has been stoking the clickbaity news forever. Like that's the
Mhm.
shtick, right? Like, and I'm in for it. I'm here for it. I'm believe me. I want to believe. So I'm on board. But he's also been saying like there is a there. He said there's a ticking time clock. I've been told there's a ticking time clock. There's a countdown. There's some kind of time constraint that these my contacts and the CIA and the defense intelligence and whatever and all this. So while that's happening, it's stoking the curiosity of everyone in this community, and people are pouring into the community, and we're all getting excited about this news, and we're like, oh my God. Now Skywatcher comes into the picture, and they're like, you know what? Government's never going to tell you anything. We're going to get the answers, and we're going to share them with all of you. You know why? Because we're a bunch of really warm-hearted venture capitalists and investors from Silicon Valley, and we believe that you guys deserve to know. Okay, great, fine. I'm on board with that too. Let's go. And that's their whole website. That's their videos. They're putting these videos out on YouTube, and then suddenly they're just sort of radio silent, and there's nothing coming out of this group. Then their top tech guy, James Fowler, who is in episode 2, you could see him sort of explaining what they're seeing and how their detection systems work. This is the guy who had all of the equipment and expertise to spot these craft in the sky, track them, gather data on them. That guy just leaves, up and leaves after they go radio silent. Now people are wondering, well, what happened? Did he just get a better gig and someone hired him away? And are they shutting down Skywatcher? Or, as Patrick has suggested in his video, based on these claims that have recently surfaced, maybe they did succeed. And that's it. They've got one. Maybe they have one. And if they have one, maybe they don't need to do it anymore, because now they've got to focus everything on what they just got, which would be interesting, because at the same time that this is happening, that's when you get Ross coming out throwing cold water on the whole community, saying, don't look over here, that these people have nothing. They owe you no answers. So in the total like sum of things that are going on, if you have to step back from it to kind of see it, but I think there is something happening beneath the surface, and I wouldn't be surprised if what you said in your video, Patrick, turns out to be the case. If we find out 3 months from now, 6 months from now.
The last update they gave was that they were working on their next video, which was well over 4 months ago at this point. It doesn't take 4 months to make a video. We all know how to make a video here. Like, it doesn't take that long to do what the videos that they're putting out. Like, they're not still... I don't think they're planning on releasing that right now. I'm actually in agreement with you. I do think there is... Here, in this case, there's no smoke without fire, and something has happened. There was the whistleblower on Reddit who claimed that they'd basically been told they'd stepped over a line and they had to shut down. Obviously, they said that wasn't the case, but so far they haven't proved otherwise. Like,
what was that in reference to? They've stepped over the line. Do we know?
They were all apparently forced to sign NDAs. The dog whistle was either confiscated or bought off them. That kind of is a little bit backed up by the idea of James Fowler leaving. That's a bit of an analogy. If he took that technology with him, that's effectively true then in that case. And they said, there's no truth to those claims made on that popular post. But so far, I've not seen anything that proves otherwise other than that one statement. But it's been radio silence.
I do have one thing real quick. Carl also told me out there in this conversation, I can't remember if it's in the clip that I shared or not, because we talked a lot. He told me a lot of things, to be honest with you, about Skywatcher. One of the things he said was that they were, at that time when we filmed, this is the very end of July, literally like the 29th, 30th, somewhere in there. He said, the next episodes for Skywatcher coming out, they're going to feature the psionic assets. They're going to start introducing the psionic assets and featuring them in these videos. And so that's what he was expecting to happen, right? So he for this to all get shut down or whatever is kind of interesting. Now, Gary Nolan did say on Joe Rogan yesterday in the interview that Skywatcher is not done. They're still going. They're in the phase of analyzing the data. So Skywatcher's not done. And he said James Fowler may have gone on to do other things, but he's still consulting with Skywatcher. And Gary said he talks to him all the time, and they were just talking the other day about the data and this and that. So they're still going to be relying on him for whatever that means. I'm just trying to add, some context here. Right. But I agree, it's confusing.
Why is it so hard to get a straight answer from someone from Skywatcher, like Matthew Pines or someone to be like, hey, I'm the official representative. We are still going forward. There it is. But no one seems to have said that unless I missed it.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree.
So what the
fuck? Who is
in
charge? Who does all their media stuff?
Isn't Matthew Pines kind of like the spokesperson for Skywatcher officially? Am I wrong?
I think you're right. I remember he was introduced as that on a it was either Watch Mojo or News Nation.
Yeah, something like that.
Interview. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. And he's been silent about all of this for months.
So he just put out a weird tweet about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Was it about Bitcoin? Jesus Christ.
That weird Bitcoin AGI thing. Yeah, I know. It's kind of